As I've talked about in previous videos, Tower Hero's balancing is terrible, but some towers can never be ruined, maybe. Which is why today I'm going to spoon feed the best towers there are for you to use in the game via breaking every tower down to 4 categories, being support, attack, summoners, and DPS, starting with the first and quickest category, support. Oh, also I just found out that somebody already did a video really similar to this. His name is Maggotz, and I think I linked him in the description. I don't know, I don't trust myself to do things. The list of support towers are Lemonade Cat, Discount Dog, Spectre, and Balloon Pal, and the subgenre of stuns being Bite and El Goblino. Lemonade Cat isn't needed as much as she used to, especially after all the nerfs to her and farming in general, which is only really needed for duo strategies where one player just sends mana to the other all game. Now, the big three, which I'd go as far to say is a three-way tie. All of these towers have defects which you need a nether for to balance it out, except Balloon Pal. Example, Spectre makes towers more expensive, but stronger. And Discount Dog, on the other hand, makes towers cheaper, yet weaker, which automatically puts Balloon Pal at 3rd place. Now for the real debate, Spectre or Discount Dog. Who will it be? It's Spectre. You all knew it'd be Spectre. Keeping him at level 2 until all towers are maxed has no effect on the tower's price, and instead just does 25% damage increase, which is pretty neat. While Discount Dog does the same thing but in reverse, and still doesn't affect damage. But Discount Dog without Spectre is mid as hell. It just takes away your damage like the entire game, and like who doesn't bring Spectre to like every game? I don't think I've seen like any strategy for any map that doesn't have Spectre for years. Now, Spectre is good, right? But the two of them together are really good. Now, let's move on to our next subcategory, stun. There's only 2 stun towers excluding Quinn's ability, leaving El Goblino and Bite, which I gotta say, El Goblino is a little worse, honestly. Bite is perfect for holding back enemies, though El Goblino is definitely better for bosses with the Crucifix ability. While Bite is still pretty decent for bosses, I guess. So the winner of stuns is Bite. What a surprise. Now, onto the second subcategory of support being effect towers. The list of these towers are Dumpster Child, Maitake, and Jester, who is instantly 3rd. Dumpster Child is really good against ice and plant enemies, doing quite a lot more damage via the fire effect, as well as level 4 and 5 having both toxic and radiation effects, leading to the good old Dumpster Child stack. Maitake, on the other hand, poisons all enemies in range at once other than targeting one. I think Maitake is really good, and so is Dumpster Child, which is why I will do a test to decide. The test is to spawn 4 big slimes, each with around 2,500 HP. When the effect from the tower ends, I write down the amount of HP left on the enemy. Here's the footage and here's the chart, so I'll let you see it for yourself. Yeah, Dumpster Child stacked wins immediately. Maitake only has 1 effect, this has 3! Plus, Maitake doesn't have any enemy types it's stronger against, I'm pretty sure, so. But there still is the only flaw with Dumpster Child, which is him not being able to do damage to fire. Now, the largest one, attacking. Yikes. Almost every tower fits this category, so I do not want to list them all. So I'll just show them. Look! All of them. Nuts. And I'm just gonna narrow this down to the best ones being Branch, Scientist, Hot Dog Frank, and Stella. These are some of the most used, as well as have the best combinations of damage, range, and speed. Anyway, the bottom one has to go to Scientist. The others are instantly above her for their splash damage, area damage, and overall doing more damage. But Scientist still has good range, and a lot of people still use her. Just above Scientist has to be Branch, who is very similar yet has less range, higher damage, and 5 times the fun. And similarly to Scientist, Branch is used by a lot of people. It's especially good for doing DPS and range, so is Scientist. And yeah, I think Branch is still pretty good, but now we're gonna be on the top 2. I'd like to give honorable mentions to both Voka and Soda Pop. Love my fans. Anyway, before I tell you who's better, I'll talk about the finalists individually. Starting with Hot Dog Frank. Frank is a great area tower, as well as an amazing tower for crowd control. He's got pretty good range and great damage. You can call me the #1 Frank Glazer, but he is great. Stella is another great tower, but requires a bit of strategy. With Stella, you will have the chance for her to spawn one of 5 drawings, which ranked worst to best would be Gem, Snow Minion, Waffle, Doug, and Crabbot. I haven't used Stella since grinding Destiny's Dawn for that one video, but I'm pretty sure you sell all the gems and only keep 2 snow minions, and also keep repainting them the entire game. Changes made in 2024 made Balloon Pal affect not just Stella's drawings, but her as well, meaning she could spawn even more. And now, the moment we've been waiting for, the best attacker is... Hot Dog Frank! Yay! Wendell is gonna be so pissed. Anyway, let me explain it. A lot of people don't know how to use Stella properly, as well as her not really being the best for early game. Hot Dog Frank, on the other hand, is pretty damn good for early. Frank, I'd say, is great on almost every map, and is amazing on ones with loop or a half loop. If you still don't understand, try him on Toy Takeover. Anyway, Hot Dog Frank wins this category. High five, Mr. Needs Money. Now we have Summoners. Whoa, crazy. Again, it's a pretty big one, and since Jester also counts as a summoner, he is instantly in last place, just behind Beatrice. And now for the best summoners, Karkid, Slime King, and Oddport Academy. Also, I don't care what the wiki has to say, I'm gonna categorize these into what I want, and this is where I think they should go, alright? Okay, at the bottom, I unfortunately have to put Karkid. I apologize, Pico, but his invincibility and 30 skins just doesn't cut it. Now, Oddport Academy, who is a really good tower. Oddport is a summoner who quite literally stands still and attacks the enemy. Now, what I like about Oddport is it doesn't have to die or take damage to deal damage to the enemy like all the others. Anyway, he does up to 62 damage per hit, and it's really fast. So, overall, great summoner. Now, Slime King. Slime King spawns faster than Oddport and leaves effects on the enemies. The problem with this is you can't stack it like Dumpster Child, meaning at level 5 you're stuck with that effect. It also has the ability to spawn the Slime King, which is cool, but I really hope that it could do more damage. And the winner is... Oddport Academy! Woohoo! Oddport is great for what it is, a summoner. A lot of summoners have tried to stand out too much, like Nuki, and let's just say, Nuki didn't end up too good. Beatrice is still terrible as well, so yeah, Oddport W. Now onto our final category, DPS, damage per second. With the towers I choose being Yasuke, Lure, and I guess we'll throw in Vault too, just so we can have one to put at the bottom immediately. Let's talk about Yasuke. Since his introduction, he's been a really good, overpowered hero, with the one downside being his range. He attacks fast and gets shit done, which is why almost everybody who uses a macro uses him on Library Easy. The Dragon Flames or something ability is good and worth the price. Most skins also have animations for set ability, and overall it's a great special ability. Lure, on the other hand, does chain damage as well as pretty damn good DPS. The range is really big, which I like, and they're also really fast. Lure only has 2 skins, and both are good. Their ability is just alright though, increasing the amount of enemies attacked by 1. Crazy. This one's honestly a really close one, but I'm gonna have to give the win to Lure. Yasuke is still amazing, but Lure is better for the category with quicker damage per second. The damage on Lure is much better, but yeah, Yasuke works excellent in a line with a bite. And there we have it, the best towers of each category. Spectre, Bite, Dumpster Child, Oddport Academy, and Lure. Yay! I will be honest, not all of these work the best in a team together. Come back next month when I do a video about the best possible decks, or I'll probably just do, last update sucked and I'm really, really mad. Alright, have a happy Taco Tuesday next time that comes around. Bye!